UiPath Healing Agent. So it's been here from I guess from Feb or something. So, but still, people are finding it difficult to understand or get bit of it. So let's have in detail discussion on this one. So this is me. These are a few things about me, who I am. So myself, Ashok. I'm currently working as a tech lead and as well as a solution architect. Uh, so I have been certified with 5 certifications from UiPath, and I'm also an MVP of 2025. I am also available or most consistent contributor on UiPath forum as well. So if you face any issue regarding any topics, I would try to help you over UiPath forum as well. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn profile QR code. You can just quickly get it scanned. There is uh, there is always something I'm writing about UiPath or the ecosystem product on my LinkedIn profile and articles as well. Okay, so that's me quickly. Before wasting some time, let's get started. So today's agenda, we will be looking into introduction, what is a UiPath healing agent, then how it works, then how to get started with the healing agent. Is it by default we will be getting started, or we have to do some configurations first and then we will be able to use this. So that we will see in here. Then we will have a live demo, how that healing agent works in real time, how it heals the broken selector or unhandled scenario in our automations. Then we have few known limitations as of now. So that product is still being evaluated and uh, modified or grown time to time. So for now we have some few limitations, known limitations, those we should be considering before proceeding with any solutions. Then we have interesting thing about the licensing. So we know how it works, how to configure it, how to get started, but everything goes to this licensing part. Okay, so we'll discuss licensing in this last part of the session. Then we will have ample amount of time for FAQ and Q&A one-on-one. Okay, so that's about the agenda. So first thing first. So what is UiPath Healing Agent? Why we need it? Why UiPath came up with this amazing product? I would say. So every automation we are building, as per my understanding, at least 70 to 80% of automations are using UI automation. For now, we are evolving. We are migrating to API based automations or more into agentic automation, if we say about UiPath ecosystem. But still we have lots of automations running on UI elements or UI applications. We have legacy applications, we have modern applications, but still we are automating those on UI base. Okay, so whatever UI based automations we are doing, so healing agent is a boon for them. So uh, I was handling a support team previously. So that support team works in 24 by 7. Why? Because we had lots of UI automation based automation that keeps breaking whenever they want, whenever there is any changes. Okay, so because of only UI automation, we had to factor into a 24 by 7 team. We had to manage multiple shifts. So we had to let our teammates to sacrifice their weekends, their holidays, and then their leaves or their whatever free time they get. So because of that, uh, definitely most of the people don't like the support work. Okay, so there could be other reason, but UI automation is definitely the top one, I must say. So these UI automations tend to break due to multiple things. It could be selector got changed, or the system which we have automated got updated without telling us. That's definitely there. So that kind of scenario, breaks our automations very easily. Though we have kind of intelligent or fuzzy selectors, we have multiple fallback uh, fallback approaches for every selector, but still there are chances that our UI automation will going to be fail. Okay, so that pain point UiPath have identified, and they came up with the product that is Healing Agent. So this Healing Agent uh, works in background. So Healing Agent provides a solution with self-healing experience. So there are two types of benefit we get. Either we can get the suggestion that this selector got failed, or some UI element got shuffled on the screen of the that UI application, or there could be any other reason. So you this healing agent will provide us a suggestion that you can do this to resolve this issue. Otherwise, we can give the power to that healing agent that if you find some issue and if you can suggest me something, why not you fix that issue by yourself? So UiPath have provided that option as well. So we have control how much control we need to give to the healing agent, because it's again using AI and multiple technologies at the back end. There could be chances of error because there is no human intervention if we kept it in autopilot or without any human intervention. Okay, so in that case we have the control what experience or what solution we need from the healing agent. Okay, so for that we can configure the healing agent to give us suggestion or fix that issue by itself. So that is the healing agent. We have the problem, we had the problem, and now UiPath have provided the solution for the UI based automation failures, that is UiPath healing agent. Okay, so that's about briefly about what is healing agent. And just give me a second. As usual, whenever we have the meeting, someone have to come to the door. Just give me a second. Okay, sorry for that. So we know what is healing agent now. So let's see how healing agent works. So you might be aware or familiar with the structure, right? So how it looks like. So it definitely looks like Maestro workflow, right? Yeah, that's what I had used to build this workflow, just for visual. Not I'm not adding or building any agents in here, but to explain that how the healing agent works. Okay, so it executions starts uh, from here whenever our UI based automation starts. Okay, then automation execution starts. Then first thing is target element found, or if anything goes wrong with that UI element. So if something that element is found, then it will continue processing the automation as it expected and then finish the execution. So the real thing happens in here. So if that target element doesn't isn't found by the robot, so it will go to fallback, that is unified target uh, we have. So it will that unified target will try to locate the element. So this unified target is nothing but our different selectors, like strict selector, fuzzy selector, and then we have the semantic selectors, and lots of things are there. So that's comes under this unified target. So uh, our bot will try to find that UI element using all the selectors or unified targets available in there. So it will try. If the unified target is able to locate the element with the fallback selectors, it will go and use that selector and click or do whatever actions it was supposed to do, and it will proceed the automation as expected and end the execution. But even if the unified target is unable to locate the element, then our healing agent comes into picture. So as I said, we have the control if we need to enable the healing agent or not. If that is enabled, we can see, we will be seeing how to enable at process level, at activity level, and everywhere. So if that is enabled, then what it will do, it will perform just in time analysis of the UI, or the application we have open, and the requirement of that UI element to be identified. So what is this just in time analysis? It will just evaluate the page or the desktop application which we are automating, and then it will see or understand that which UI element to be found, or to found on that page or the application. So that uh, healing agent will analyze that, and then will try to find the exact UI element on multiple factors. It will try with selector, strict selector, then we have the option of semantic selectors as well. So that this just in time analysis will try to attempt the recovery on the basis of whatever analysis is done by the healing agent. So it will have multiple recovery types. We don't need to go into the detail of that, but you can always go into documentation, and there can understand what are the uh, options by which it tries to recover. So it attempt the recovery on the basis of just in time analysis, and if that recovery is successful, then it will proceed with the automation as expected, and the execution will end. Okay, so execution will flow as expected. If even the healing agent is unable to recover from that failure, or unable to find that element or the UI element, then it will log the error and fail that execution gracefully. If the healing agent is not enabled, it will just log the errors and fail it as per our design. Mostly we put them into try catch, so there is less chance of failure of the job. But if we didn't cover that, our job also could fail. So it will log the error and fail the job, and it will end the execution. So that's how healing agent works and comes into picture whenever it uh, the robot fails to identify any UI element. So if you have observed here, when the target is element is not found, then it will try to find it with unified target. Then even unified target unable to locate that, then healing agent comes into picture, right? So by this hierarchy only, if you see, first the activity we are using, suppose we are using type into, so that type into have default timeout of 30 seconds, means it will try to find that element for 30 seconds. Okay, so this 30 seconds will be logged here. Then this unified target will also take some time to find that element. So this time also can vary depend on what configuration we have done for while selecting that selector. And then comes to the healing agent. So whenever there is failure due to UIX element not found, and healing agent kicks in. So healing agent kicks in right before the automation uh, tries to fail, or that you that activity about to fail, then healing agent kicks in. So healing agent analyzes our pages or whatever application we have, and that action analyzing could vary on the basis of how complicated the DOM structure of that application or the website. Okay, so expect some delay when UI element is not found, and the healing agent try to heal and recover that UI element or the UI action. Okay, so always expect some delay because there is a lot of action being taken by the healing agent, which takes time. Okay, so you can observe this delay when I will show you the demo. So you will understand why that is happening, because of this predefined or this prerequisites that it should be failed with the initial selector, then it will fail with this unified target located in, and then healing agent analysis. So these things will take time, and then healing agent will either fail or either will recover from that state and process. Okay, I hope you are good with how this healing agent works. Okay, any questions or anything I should be answering before moving further? Okay, Vishal, you can just let me know whenever there is anything I should be answering. Okay, so that's how healing agent works. As I already explained, it can give us recommendation that you can manually add some logic. How uh, we can manually add some logic to avoid that error, and it can also self heal whatever issue was there. Okay, so how these both things work, I will show you while showing the demo. Then how to get started. So basic prerequisites is that our orchestrator should be on cloud. So there is no on-premise configuration available for the healing agent. So if your tenant or your orchestrator is on cloud, you're good to go. Then we have another features like these 4 5 features: job recommendation and self-healing and orchestrator. That both things, if we need enabled, then we should at least have UI activities package with 25.10.2 or later version. Okay, then there is no requirement for this, any specific studio version requirement, but at least we should have 2024.10 or latest community version. Okay, and then robot version should be at least 24.10.x, whatever it would be for enterprise, and for community it should be of latest. Then manual import of the debug file in studio. This is one of kind of uh, fixing the issues, or taking the suggestion and adding that suggestion into our code that uh, we do manually. If we enable only the recommendation, in that case we will have to import that debug file which is generated by the healing agent into our code from studio. For that activity or that feature, we would require again the similar version of UI automation activities, and then the studio version is similar for almost everything. Only for the insights, it requires the robot version, that is latest one, 2025.0.61 or later. Okay, so that is the basic prerequisites. I hope, or normally we already qualifies this one. But if you don't have before starting or working on this healing agent, do check these prerequisites. Then how to configure it for attended? It's simply just, you don't have to configure anything. You just have to create the process into orchestrator with healing agent enable, and then you just have to run it from the assistant. That's it for attended. But for unattended, we have to again create the process with healing agent enable, and while starting the job also we can enable the healing agent. Okay, then healing agent as of now only supports Windows and cross platform projects. uh, so the legacy one are not supported, and I hope that is not going to be supported because that is already phasing out. So make sure you're bot or the project is Windows compatible or cross platform compatible project. Then your if you have any existing project which is on the older version of UI automation activities package, then update it to at least 25.10.2 plus version of this package, and then enable healing agent while adding the process or while starting the job. Okay, so we can enable that while starting the job as well. So before we go into demo, let's understand a few limitations of a healing agent that we already discussed. It only supports Windows and cross-platform. Legacy's project type is not supported. Then healing agent can close pop-ups, dialogues only if UI automation activities such as type into have verify execution feature enabled. Okay, what is this? I will explain you that as well. Target based on solely based on this computer vision cannot be recovered. So this third limitation, UiPath is trying to eliminate. So as per the latest happenings I had, so they are going to work on computer vision as well. So this limitation might not be there in next 1 or 2 months. So look for that. Then classic UI automation activities are not supported. If you have classic UI interaction activities like classic type into click, those activities are not supported by healing agent or will not be required by the healing agent. Then healing agent cannot detect dialogues or interfering external applications if the automation runs on RDP Citrix VMware. So this also similar to this one because we do image based automation using CV. So this is also a limitation that is UiPath already working on to eliminate. So hopefully in couple of months we will be getting update about this, that healing agent can heal the selectors from RDP Citrix or RDP the VMware as well. Alert prompts cannot be detected if automation runs on the serverless robot. So if uh, we have automation running on the serverless robot, that is not going to be healed by the healing agent. The healing agent will only work in attended unattended mode only. Okay, so these are the quick known limitations. Then okay, so regarding the licensing part, so we know how the healing agent works, then how to get started, and what are the limitations. Then comes the licensing part in the picture. So UiPath have introduced new licensing, that is unified licensing. So previously, if you are already working or your client is already having license, it's most likely having flex pricing license. So in flex pricing license, you would require heals. This is kind of SKU for healing agent. Whenever there is healing done by this healing agent, one heal will be consumed. How it looks like, let me think, or let me check if I can show you that in my tenant or not. But yeah, if you have flex pricing, you will have to purchase the heals. UiPath is providing some free heals per month or something to some enterprise customers, but do check with your licensing provider or the sales person from UiPath if you have that free, or what is the cost of that heals SKU. Okay, for flex pricing, we will have to buy that one if it is not there. And for unified pricing, this is the new package UiPath is has introduced. So if you are on unified pricing, you would need platform units. So this is also again uh, new thing to consume some it's like AI unit we had, then we had other agentic units or everything, that everything going to be unified into this platform units. So if you are on unified pricing, you would need platform units for healing agent to work. Then for community license, healing agents is enabled by default for new processes. So there is nothing you have to enable manually, but there is a cap that we can only heal 10 automations or 10 occurrences of healing agent per day per organization, which resets daily at midnight. Okay, so that's quickly about the community license. Now we have covered the theoretical part. We understand what is this healing agent. Let's deep dive into what is the healing agent in real time. So for that, what I will do, I will log in into my orchestrator. So this staging.uipath is environment or the uh, access given to MVPs. So you can use your cloud.uipath.com as well if you are on community license. If you are on enterprise, you just have to go to your desired folder where your process with all the prerequisites is published. Okay, so uh, I have created one small process healing agent demo. Let me show you the code as well, what I have coded in there. So for this testing purpose, I had created one HTML page which will have this these fields: full name, email ID, phone number, location, and all. And then it will click on submit, and whatever fields we have entered will be populated here, and bot will be extracting that all the data and show in a message. Okay, simple one. But there is a trick that whenever this form opens or runs, we randomly get that pop-up, which is now initially it's showing, but this pop-up can be uh, appearing anywhere while it's entering the ID or phone number or location anywhere. Okay, so that pop-up is not automated. So bot is instructed to only enter full name, email ID, phone number, or everything. Okay, so for that I will show you the code as well, that we haven't handled that pop-up, and that pop-up is a kind of blocker. If that pop-up is there, we cannot enter or interact with the fields. So if I try to click anywhere, I cannot click there. Okay, so this is the code where uh, we are navigating to that web page or form. Then we are email ID and all the fields. Okay, um, and then type submit, and then we are getting the whatever data we filled from that pop-up, and then returning. If something goes wrong, we'll be taking the screenshot and logging the message that what went wrong. Okay, so here that limitation, yeah, one thing we had discussed, that it should be verify enabled. So if this is not there, healing agent cannot heal this. How to check that? Here we will have that verify execution, and for that uh, it's kind of indication to the uh, whatever field we have entered, we'll have to check it if it is entered there correctly or not. By default, if I'm not wrong, it will try to enter that value. For might have control to change that number as well. That's not the topic for today, but just remember that should be then only healing agent can identify or recover that particular fix. Okay, so it's pretty much simple. It will open the browser, it will open that user form, and then it will try to enter these values and click on submit and submitted data. Okay, so this from here. Let me do, let it find. So I have already published this process over here and running it in unattended mode. So this is I was trying. Okay, so this was ran from attended. So this was from unattended one. Let me run it again. Restart. And on my same machine, I had configured the same machine as an unattended machine. Okay, so execution is started. Then we got that pop-up at start only. I'm not good at the HTML and CSS JavaScript, so might be that pop-up would have been programmed to pop up at starting, but we haven't coded it, so rest assured I haven't made anything wrong here. So now bot is trying to enter the details, but it that due to that testing interruption, it is unable to. Now if you observe my cursor, I'm not sure, it is little bit blinking automatically. I'm not doing anything. That means the healing agent doing something in background. It will try to uh, look around throughout that document object model of that page. It will try to find a nearest one, then it will try to find the proper one. And now we see that it closed that pop-up. Now it's entering the details it supposed to enter. Okay, so let it enter, then submit. It should extract the details and showing in a message box. So yeah, this is the same details. As soon as I click on OK, our execution will finish. And here we are on orchestrator. Now if I go into this job, here we will see that we have the autopilot pop-up, and here we have a kind of nudge that activities with issue one healed. So here it is showing that something went wrong in this job and one heal was required. Okay, so here normally we get job details and logs, but when it healed or get recommendation from healing agent, we get this healing agent as a third tab. So in here we can see affected activities. Okay, let me make it a bigger. So here it says that type into full name, find and submit user form.xaml. So this is the xaml. Inside it, this is the type into activity got affected. So here it's showing close pop-up. So here in detail, we get that an overlapping pop-up was detected. The pop-up was automatically closed. These things we haven't coded or done anything in our code, but this is provided by the healing agent. Here it's showing before and here it is showing after. So if we see here, before it's showing the pop-up and after healing, it's showing that the pop-up is gone. Okay, and here it's also giving the suggestion that use the following steps to close the pop-up beforehand. So when I run this same automation next time, healing agent don't need to step into. Okay, so it's not like that UiPath is trying to milking money on every healing we are doing, but it is also giving us the option. So this healing agent, I would suggest to use it wherever or whenever there is no one attending the automations. Okay, so you just have to let healing agent do its work. Once it does, we will get that notification in email as well that this job uh, healed by healing agent. So we can go to that job, go to healing agent, go to suggestion and implement these suggestions manually in our code. So next time our bot will not fail and healing agent don't require to step in and heal that again and again. Okay, so if that keeps continuing, your heals will be consumed and again you will have to buy it separately. Okay, so here suggestions, it's giving that use following steps to close the pop-up. So here it's saying that add a click activity with the following Windows selector. So it's giving us lots of suggestion that this should be a Windows selector, then following should be the selector for the dismissing that pop-up. Okay, and these details we can either download, okay, or we can open directly from the orchestrator to studio. If your studio is connected to the same tenant where your production job is running, then we can, then only we can use this feature open in studio. But normally that don't happen. Normally we uses separate tenant for production, and our development tenant or development license are normally resides on the developer tenant, right? So this option might not be useful for you guys, but same effect we can get using this download the debug file. So what is this download debug file? So once I click on it, one file will get downloaded. So this file got downloaded, healing agent data. So it's kind of lots of information. It gets contained into this zip. How it recovered and everything will be mentioned in these JSONs. So let's try to open this one JSON. It will have lots of things which will be easily understandable by the uh, studio and orchestrator, but things we can be able to understand, like let's see. um, okay, like this was the UI, and this was the anchor, and lots of things, but in short would be required by the studio to session. Okay, we downloaded that log to our code. Okay, here we have to go to autopilot, then here we have the option import debug file. Is nothing but the file. So this is the one. If I click on open, now all the things we saw on the orchestrator will be coming in here. So we have the recording. If we click on this orchestrator, but we have that recording, like how it was looking when it started, and then how that execution went through. So this was our initial pop-up, and then healing agent. Here we see the logs as well, how the uh, healing got work. So that process got started, then we bot tried to enter this full name, but that failed. Okay, then healing agent started the recovery analysis, that is just in time recovery, which we discuss, JIT recovery analysis. So on the basis of this recovery, uh, so whatever details we have, so we get very rich logs. We can analyze it thoroughly, like what is happened, how it went. Then this timeline we, I hope we'll see. Yeah, so here it will start the recovery. Then healing agent recovered that selector using foreground restore strategy. So this restore strategy I was telling, that there are multiple strategies healing agent uses. So one of the strategy was foreground restore strategy. So using that, it's able to recover that activity successfully, and after that execution got completed. Okay, so that is about the recording. Then here we get the same things which we saw. Close pop-up, the details, it was over, overlapping pop-up was detected. Due to that, we could not proceed. That had a click activity, then use. So if anyone normally in support might freshers who don't understand everything, if I click on here apply, get that uh, activity added in our flow at the same location or where it should be, and it will also try to indicate that element. For now it's not able to, but let me pause it for now and open that HA test, bring that pop up, and now I'm resuming that selection. Let me pause it for some seconds to, okay, let's say 3 seconds, and okay, I missed that again. So let's go to this one. Okay, now it's trying to indicate this as a browser, but that is not right. Let me pause it again. Okay, now it's able to capture that. I haven't selected anything or uh, uh, done anything. Okay, I just, we got that fix in place, and it's right before the type into full name, where it found that bot was not able to type into this one, so it identified that here is the right place where we should be dismissing that pop-up. Okay, so here, as I know, it is intermittent pop, so I can see that it enabled a continue on error as well. So if that pop-up isn't there, it will not throw an error. So that's how intelligent the selector and the configuration the healing agent does, that even if this pop-up isn't there, our remaining activities will continue execution. Okay, so we downloaded that debugger file, then we just with the one click we implemented that fix. Okay, now what I will do, I will just republish this. So previously it was 1.1 implemented HA fix. Okay, so now I'm publishing it. So our latest version got published. Now let's go to the studio orchestrator. Go to automations. Here we have the upgrade. Let's do that. So now we upgraded to 1.2. Now I will run it. Again, healing agent is enabled from here, and we have enabled the healing agent self healing as well. If we disable this, our bot will fail, but it will give us only the suggestions. Okay, so I'm keeping it healing enabled. Unattended, the personal one, no other configuration required, and I will click on start. So now bot should be running the version 2.0 or 1.0.2. Now it got the pop-up, it handled. Now it should be continuing the remaining things.
So Ashok, there are a few questions you want to take up now, or
Yeah, I'm almost
yeah?
done. We can take.
Okay, all right. So Kailash, you'll have to repeat your question. It's not really clear.
You
Kailash had
can
a
unmute
question,
yourself.
or yeah, you can unmute. I think you were the first person to ask. You want to unmute and try, Kailash? Okay. I guess I think we can go with the next one.
Okay.
The next question is, if we have passed variables to the selectors, will it work, the healing agent?
Uh, yes, it should be, because when the actual selector, uh, the robot checks, it converts that variable into a static value. So even if we pass variables, it should work.
Okay, okay, perfect. So IS, that I think answers your question in a short form. Then Suresh had a question. Healing SKU is like AI units. I think I answered that because I could get that from the licensing page.
Hmm. Yep.
But there was a follow-up which was asked by Pavitra. She's saying after 5,000 there is a consumption of the agent units, right? After 5,000 healing units consumption.
No. Yes, healing
So
agents or heals would be required for that.
So she's asking, can you explain how the consumption of agent unit happens? For every heal, how many units will get consumed?
So for every heal, it will be 1 unit of heals. So let me try if my MVP account have that heals to show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we have this heals. So as this tenant I'm using is on the flex license, the older one. But if you are on the cloud normal unified licensing or the community license, let me show you that. So there you won't find the heals, but still your heals will be the failures will be healed per day or whatever quota you are on.
Okay. But I think, Pavitra, you can unmute if I'm wrong, but I think she's asking after, means there is a 5,000 limit, right?
Okay,
And what,
after that what will happen?
yeah, that how
Okay.
will it be one agent unit for one heal or how is it, do, if you know?
So even after your quota expiration or quota exhaustion, you will be charged similar way, one heal
Okay.
per heal. So there is
Yeah.
no overcharging or something. So it will be same for that 5,000 quota as well as the heals as well. So
Yeah,
here
unit.
in
Mm-hmm.
community, you can see we don't have heals. We just have the platform units. So that
Mm-hmm.
heals will be consumed from this platform units.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
All right. There is one more question by Ishwinder. Um so he's asking, we'll need to monitor each job. The question is, if there are 100 or 1,000 transaction, in each transaction, healing agent will pitch in. For every transaction, it will pitch in, right? When it is running. That is
So
the question.
wherever it find that broken selector or broken um selectors, so that place it will pitch in. If we configured it that way, it will uh, get activated and heal that particular UI element until and unless you add the fix
Hmm.
which I told you. So if you add that fix, so from next run onwards, that healing agent will not step in.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So healing agent should be used as a backup, not an
Hmm.
primary handler of the error.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
when we get the error, we fix it, right? So similar way, we get that option.
Okay. So Ishwinder has a follow-up. He's saying, do we need to monitor the jobs run to know that healing agent was actually used? Do we need to monitor?
Yes, that's the primary job of the support team. That we need to monitor all the executions are running fine or not. So yes, we need to monitor those. But if you have enabled the orchestrator notifications on your tenant, you will be getting email notification that how many jobs or this job got healed using healing agent. You just need to fix or add that recommendation from here also. If you have added some automation to this job logs or anything, so here this field provide you the details that this issue detected in this run. So by this also you can identify that healing agent got activated in this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his question was also for the email, but you answered. Yeah. With
Yep.
the, so yeah, email, you
Yes,
can
you
have
will get
email.
the email
Yes.
notifications,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Right. Right. And Oslem had a question. Due to some interruption, she could not see where the agent selector, the selector
uh,
which, can you show that? Uh,
which selector, sorry?
Aslam, what is that selector? Are you talking about the healing agent selector, which it was asking? Can you confirm? It was at 6:45 p.m.
Okay, 6:45. Okay, 45. Okay, there was interruption. where agent selectors can be viewed. So healing agent selector,
Ah,
which
I think healing
it going
agency.
to okay, so which it going to apply, you mean to say,
Hmm.
if I'm not wrong. So that we can see from the that debug file we download,
Yeah, yeah, right.
as well as from the job healing agent. If we go here, here also it will show the selectors,
Hmm.
what is the best possible selector for that particular fix. So if normally what happens that selectors get changed, like name, a name gets changed or something, in that case it will highlight that this field got changed, so you should be updating that field with like uh, star or question mark, that way.
Okay,
So
okay.
that is visible in here.
Yeah, I think she got it. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah. And Ashok, one last, I think Priya has a question. She's asking, how do you enable the notification email for the healing agent? I
Okay,
think that is sorted
it's not
later on, right? Yeah,
particular to healing agent. Overall
right.
execution we get enabled from go to tenant, then here it should be somewhere, but it's at tenant
Hmm.
level.
Right.
Just go to settings or somewhere here, you would be finding. But you can drop me a message. I will uh, find it and share with you. It's
Yeah.
normal, whatever notifications we get for job failure or queue item failure, that will also include the healing agent consumption, or that jobs healed by the healing agent. There is no separate notification enable we need to do.
Hmm. Right. And Bhushan has a last, the last question he's saying, while using activity, we have to unlink it or not? I didn't get the question actually. Bhushan, you want to repeat? 654. While he confirms, Divya is asking, will heal units be consumed if healing suggestions didn't solve the issue? So healing agent had a, I think it will be still be consumed, right? Healing agent has given an issue, but it didn't resolve it. Did we lose Ashok? Oh, in properties panel, there's an unlink option. Okay, I think we lost him, right, Ashok? One second, let me see. Yeah, I guess we lost it. Ashok, I think you should join in a bit. Let me check. Okay, are there any questions, further questions while he joins? Only we need to enable reading age option, then we need to start the job. Yeah, Kailas, when you start the job, that time he was showing you, right? It was giving you two options, enable the healing agent and self-healing also. So there are two options. Either you just want to see the error and you don't want it to fix. So certain banking applications and all, you don't want it to auto heal. So that is the second checkbox. So you can do the first checkbox where it will show you the suggestion, but it will not fix it for you. So yeah, it will be when you run the process. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if Ashok has a power issue or something. Let me check. Okay, I think I'll stop the recording because I think we are almost done and it's about time. Uh, okay, if you are having, Pagesh raise a question, if you are getting a pop-up like any updates to Windows, the 2 3 option, on what basis you will be handled? Will it click like restart now, remind me later, because okay, so you are saying if there are multiple options in the pop-up, which will it select? Hmm. I think in this case, I've not tried it, but probably it will not take action because there is not a single outcome, right? There is multiple outcome. So probably the user will have to take action. But it is something I think we should try. I have not tried it as well. So, but that's a good question. Let me take it as a follow up, and we can come back with Ashok on that. But that's a good question. Yeah, I think he's joining. Just bear with us. Ashok just replied he's joining back. Is healing agent a replacement for global exception handler? No, I don't think it's a replacement because as you see, it is a Divya. It consumes other units. So your global exception handler still has to be there. Otherwise, you will consume all your healing units in no time, right? So uh, and global exception handler will not fix it. It'll you log the error, and you might have some other process. You may or may not have some recovery. Whereas in case of healing agent, it's a separate SKU altogether, and it is supposed to be fixed by you, and it is in global exception handler you will have uh, things which you might expect that the error might come or things like that, but here it's an unexpected result, in an unexpected behavior of our application. So I don't think it's a replacement. Will it get recorded? Okay, Bhagyashri, so will it get recorded? It's not healed but consume the unit. Oh, okay, Bhagyashri, that we'll have to try for your. I think you're asking for the three options, so that we'll have to check. But I think because it is showing you that it's a pop-up, your healing agent, your heal units will still get consumed. You are saying that heal units will be consumed if it is fixing or if it is also detecting. Um, I think even if it is detecting, it will get consumed. But once Ashok joins, we can confirm once more. Uh, yeah, I think Ishwinder replied to you. Either way, we'll see issues. Um, 1 second. I think you are also you can see each other's chat, right? Ishwinder replied to you. Either way, I think it will get consumed. Oh, you are asking? Okay. I think it will get consumed, but I'm not 100% sure. We can confirm on that. Uh, Suppose Kailash has a question. Suppose in my UI application, mandatory checkboxes comes, it will handle our healing agent. Kailash, I didn't get you. Means in your application, you have a checkbox which is mandatory, and you didn't have a selector for it. Will it handle or not? You're saying. Okay, okay, got it. Uh, okay. So if it is not if it is not part of your behavior of your existing code, and if it is blocking your um, further processing, yes, then I think it will show it as a suggestion so that you can implement it. I think yes, it will do show that. Ishwinder has should be kind of sanity bot or handle one transaction to save units. Yes, sanity bot. Yeah, in the sense that you can have your first process probably with healing agent enabled, but the problem is that this kind of pop-ups or things can come anytime, right? So it will not always work. You might not. So suppose you have your first run as a healing agent enabled and the subsequent runs as healing agent not enabled, but then your subsequent run might get an issue which uh, which had not come when you had run for the first time. So it's a it's a dicey situation, right? So Ishwinder, so you cannot always rely. You might get an issue later on as well, right? So yeah. Okay, I think it's about time. Ashok is unable to join. He's saying. 1 second. Let me see if I can. How can I pull him back? Is there a Oslam has a question? Is there any limit? I don't think there's any process-wise limit, but that overall 5K limit is there, Oslam, which is there. Uh, Ashok is not able to join back. Let me see. Okay, I guess it's about time as well. So, if there are any follow-up questions, you can put it in the, you can redirect it to Ashok directly on LinkedIn, or you can also we'll put this in the recording in the link. Let me start. Oh, Ashok is back. Hi, Ashok. Ashok, can you hear us? I think I have to make Ashok presenter. 1 second. Unable to unmute. So there are some problems. 1 second. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, Ashok. Now you should be able to unmute. I made you the presenter.
Ah, okay. Thank you so much. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. Life struggle never ends.
Okay.
So, uh, there was a network
Yeah, yeah, no
situation at
problem.
my place, but yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
think
there
you
was
have covered. Okay.
I kind of answered some questions, but there was one interesting question from Bhagyashree. She was saying that
Mm-hmm.
like you showed a pop-up and there was only one option, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where
One pop-up
you
was
have,
there.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
one pop-up with one okay or something. But she had a question like if suppose you have a pop-up and there are multiple options that the user can take, like say restart your machine or snooze or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, will the healing agent will be able to take action or will it
So,
directly come back to
mhm.
us? Yeah.
Okay. So, healing agent will try to avoid whatever pop-ups are there which are restricting actual interaction of the bot with that specific UI element. Suppose we have user ID password, those two fields bot needs to be entered, but we got a pop-up saying that cannot log in, restart, or whatever two three options are there.
Mm-hmm.
So agent, this healing agent will not consider anything from that pop-up. What it is targeted that I need to enter the user ID and password. So whatever it's restricting, that pop-up is restricting the agent to do its work. It will just close that pop-up. It will try to close that pop-up anyhow. It will
Mm-hmm.
click on that cross button or it will click on no or something, but it will
Mm-hmm.
try to close that and then it will try to resume whatever it is intended for or it is designed for. So it
Okay.
will not take decision on that anything on that pop-up. It will try to just discard that pop-up.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you, Ashok. I
Yeah.
think Bhagyashree, you got your answer right. Okay. All right. I think yeah, it's about time. If there are any, thank you so much, Ashok, for your time. Is there anything else that you had to cover? Or?
No, that's it. We
Okay.
have covered everything. It was just FAQs were there, but yeah, we have already covered them
Yeah. Yeah.
into limitations. So we are good.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
All right.
guys,
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah,
Yeah. Thank
another
you so much.
event. So
Yeah. Thank you,
yeah,
Ashok, for your
thank
time.
you.
I'll stop.